Welcome back to AM Northwest. Here to share her 5-step plan for finding true love, we welcome back the author of All the Things I Wish I Knew, Master Life Coach Sarah Centrella. Great to see you again.
So good to see you, Helen.
You found your true love, haven't you?
I did.
Okay, and you have ideas for those who haven't found their true love.
Absolutely. I think there is a method you can follow, and it can, manifest your dream relationship.
Who you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Your first step is to heal yourself and know yourself, which kind of makes sense.
Absolutely. I think that is probably the most important thing. I call it get ready to be ready. So in the time where you're looking or waiting, to meet the person, do all of your inner work. Like, take the time to look back over relationships you've had in the past and think, hey, what is the, feedback that I've gotten, and what can I work on now so that when I do meet the love of my life, I'm ready and I'm not bringing any of that baggage into the new relationship.
Well, I think you have to really know yourself.
Exactly. And it takes self-awareness, which is a process. And for me, I did that for about 18 months, very dedicated, before I met my guy. And I was just like, I want my work done. Okay.
So did you realize there was something that maybe you needed to change?
Absolutely. I think
what?
I really looked into it because I was like, there's feedback I've gotten multiple times. One was, I was not the most patient person, I'll be honest. And that showed up showed up in a lot of different ways that wasn't all that healthy. And so I thought, okay, how can I work on honing that skill right now?
Being more patient.
In all these different ways. So that when I do meet someone, I can let them lead. I don't have to be in control. I can be more patient.
Oh, not being in control is kind of challenging,
I know, right?
isn't it? Oh, my goodness. I hear you. Write down what you want.
Oh, that's a huge one. So I wrote down a 6-page list of all the characteristics that I wanted in my ideal partner. And I made sure to keep off.
I'm sorry, did you say 6-page?
6 pages.
Oh, okay.
I was very detailed.
I guess I did hear that correctly.
Very, very detailed. And I left off all the superficial stuff. So all the stuff that we're normally as women looking for, like what they look like.
That you wanted a really 6 foot.
I did. I used to always date, the 6'5", thought that's what made me feel safe. That's what made me feel small or whatever. And so I really knew that the love of my life was going to be outside that box, and I had to be open. And so I wanted to write down all the different things that I actually wanted in a relationship so that I could recognize them when it wasn't the specific package I'd
when it
dated.
wasn't the 6'5".
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Visualize and daydream.
That's a huge one. So a lot of us don't have examples of really good or healthy relationships, right?
Sure.
And so it's really important to visualize that, daydream about it, and think like, okay, if I was in a dream relationship, how would we treat each other? How would I feel? How would I make them feel? How am I going to show up as a partner? What are some fun things that we would do together? And you can start literally building that movie in your head, and then go on Pinterest, which might be our next one. Go on Pinterest and make what I call love board, and look
that's what you call your future board.
Yeah, make a future board that is all about how you interact together, what that love looks like to you, what it means to you, so that you can have a full visual representation of, okay, this is the type of relationship that I want to draw into my life.
Thinking about that, if you grew up with not an example of what a good relationship is, you don't know.
Absolutely.
Right? So I would think, too, it would be a good idea to have friends who have great relationships as a way to say, oh, that's what I want in my relationship.
Yeah, if you have one, I think you're lucky. I think there's a lot of people that don't know someone even who is honestly in the type of relationship that they want to be in. I was lucky. I have an aunt and uncle who have a beautiful relationship, and they've been in my life for all my life. And so every time I got an opportunity, I asked them questions. What works in your relationship? What do you guys have to do to make it work, to stay in love all these years? So if you have someone like that, please sit down and get some advice.
And look at what they do. Change your mindset.
That's a big one, right? So if you have been telling yourself a story over maybe your whole life, or as long as you've been single, all different types of things, like maybe I'm not lovable, or maybe there's something wrong with me that I'm not in a relationship, it's really important to change that. And so you want to just start with some simple affirmations. I am lovable, I am loved, the love of my life is out there, I'm getting ready, I'm waiting, he's getting ready for himself. I'm getting ready for my, and so the more that you do that, the more you're actually going to change the story, which will help him come into your life, or her come into your life even sooner.
Because once you feel self-confident, other people see your confidence, and that's very attractive.
Yeah, when you love yourself and you're really, proud of yourself and taking amazing care of yourself internally and externally, like that radiates, and it brings
absolutely
all the good things.
All
in your
the good
life.
things, just like you have now. We want to tell everyone the book again is titled "All the Things I Wish I Knew." Sarah Centrella, thank you so much. Great to see you again.
Thank you, Holly.
All right, we'll